Now we discuss experiment number 4, the main objective of experiment number 4 in network programming. This is hello server from TCP/IP. The client connection to the server send the string in terms of hello world and communicate client and a server and then close the connection. So starting with this, in previous video, in experiment number 3, we already discussed client and the server communicate through this code. When we have some changes in this particular method, we are just defining how can we connect with this. So first, the client. Again, first of all, we are describing the header files, netdb sys system and cpp.h, defining the maximum value as a port. Maximum value is 80 and the port is 8080, and define the asset structure in the software. And we again create a function of sockmd. We are just creating sockmd function, and then we are taking array. We are just assigning the value max is 80, and then assign a variable taking a data type of variable is n, and using the for loop, it is infinite. We are just mentioning the child between client and server. So we are that's why setting is not needed. Then we are just sending a message from client to the server. Again, function is b0. We are setting on this. The size of the buff will be added on this. The size of the buff, total size of the buff will be shown on this. And then the user wants to be entered, printf enter the string. Now, assigning the value of the variable n equals to 0, now treated as a one by one. Buff will be get the character one by one. This thing will be added. When it is not equals to slash n will not appear, and then there will be a continuously process. Now, write the messages we just write. So cavity again we are creating the so cavity we are passing in our function, and then size of the buff and the size of the buffer. We are just taking the buffer as a character, and then v0 will create the buff and the size of the buff. So the right side, right particular context from the client side to the server, and read the message will appear from the client server to the client. So it will be not be a clear given conditions in terms of f. So compare the buff and exit for. When the message is not buff is not showing exit, then it will become a not equals to 0. If equals to 0, then bring the message client exit and then bring the condition. In main, we are just taking main function. We are just taking info family and connection family. Well, this again using the struct and the keyword, which is also defined in the definition of the other file. We are just defining SS sock address type, and then we are using struct sock address and server address. We just specifying the server address, and then CLR, which is struct type, and then creation of the socket and verification. We already discussed. We are just checking equals to -1 for socket creation, or and the value is in terms of the positive digits of the, if you create a socket. Sock FD, we already know we are just assigning the algorithm AF underscore dialog and sock string, which string you are using with this, and then put it on. Else, we have already discussed that socket is created, then successfully we are socket is created, and then B0 will be identified by address and the size of the server address. Assign on this, on the B0. Then assign IP address and the port number again, the family, and then which version we are using IPv4 and IPv6. We will be assigning IPv4 and IPv6. And then server address will be added the IP addresses in the form of this, and it will get converted in this form. And the port number is converted by the FQNS, which are having a port number, which will convert to the signed server port address number, and it will be added because we know the IP addresses will be assigned with the port number also. So that's why this should be connection should be established via client and a server which having a IP address and a port number. Now connection to the client, socket to the server, we are just defining sockmd as the server address, the size of server address is not equal to 0, then print the connection will fail. If these size, so connect when we are connected to the server, the client should not be connected to the server. So that's why we are just assigning if we are not equal to 0, then we print as the connection to the server is failed and then exit 0. Or else the connection is created and connected to the server is successful. This is the client side and the server side. Again, we are just defining the header file on the top of it. We are just defining the header file, stdio.jet, network db, and then db, and we are using net dot. तो जैसे नेटवर्क जो बेस हम चीज़ें ले रहे हैं उनके लिए हम उसको स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं शॉप एक स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 80 again max using a server side coding also define the port number and again the function is designed for the client and the server. Character. We are specifying the sock empty function again the buff, the character size of array is buff, and then we take the function using the infinite loop for the chat. We are just using this use function and then provide the values. And then read the messages to read sock empty buff and a size of buff will be added on this. Print the buffer value which contain the client side. The content of client content print the message from the client and we are using percentage and then buff and then b0 will tell you the buff size and the max how much value we are having. Now again and is basically we define all this of this the function and then n equals to 0 then copies the message into the buffer this like there will be a compare get character one by one when we are not reaching on the slash inside and we are reaching on the it should be a and then write the function is not equals to and slash and then write each send that buffer to the client messages in terms of write the sock fd buff having the values on it the size of buff is to the size. And then we are comparing the messages just like we have already done in the client side. We are just doing in a server side in comparison. And we compare with the buff messages and if they are having equals to 0 then server will be this and the break the connection and out of this function. In the main function again this is a drive function mainly. In terms of int, we are defining the connection of sock FD, connection FD, and then typing the server address and the client. Creation of the socket, we are just creating a sock FD, f underscore inets, sock stream, we are just specify the versions, specify the streams and the protocol value. Creation for the sock FD again, we are just checking sock FD minus equals to 1, minus equals to minus 1 and not created as they should be created successfully. And then we are getting the value to server address by using the server address and the size of server address added on this. And then we are assigning the IP and a port number, server address, dot sign family, the version. Now converted the server address, boot number will be added. This address will be assigning on that, and then we convert. Again, just like for the port number, that should be assigned. The assigned port number will be added on this. We converting the port number and then add. Now we are just binding because we have a client and server communication. The server will bind the connection after messages we have from that end to server will be IP assigned. This is we are already assigned port number is already assigned. Then it should be a verified IP address given IP and verify to the bind will be a window bind the client in a server. So we are just defining F the condition the bind the system type we are using server address size of the server address is not equal to 0 print the socket bind scale else it will be created the printf successful. Now the server is now listening mode. The server is now ready for the listening mode. For the 5, the listen sock FD, the value is passing to 5. The function is not equals to 0, then print the server is present. Listen connection will get failed. And then forcefully out from the 0, then we are passing the argument, passing the function. Else, anytime the server is listening, then just printing the size of the client side. We are just using this command accept the data packet from the client and verify. So we are just using the connection FD. We already created this and connection FD on this particular first line, a drive main function. So that's why we are using connection FD, accept the socket connection will process socket FD, and then creating this particular uh, form is SA to the struct mode and the client, and then LAN. LAN is basically we are just using the LAN, our size of this, and then connection FD is less than equals to 0. Then we are just checking the server connection is accepted or failed. And then else part, we are going for the server to accept the client request, and then a function connection, the connection ID will just close. The function of a chatting between client and the server, we function connection ID passes on it. And then after this, we are just closing the set. We are just passing after chatting, close the socket to define the function. We are just using close the connection by socket. So these are the coding that we are using in a text editor. We are just writing client and a server code extension. We are using client.c and a .cm.c. On the server side, both the side we are using Ubuntu software. And then we are going for the terminal. First, we are just running out on the creation of the circuit. CD change the stuff for the for the server point of view. We are just using the terminal. We are open the terminal for client and a server boot. We just using the server side. We are using CD desktop. Change the directory to the uh, desktop. So that's why we are writing CD desktop. And then we are compile the program. We are using the command gcc server.c and then hyphen o and then server. After this, if your program is correct, the some warning will be rating this like for F read and F write. It's just giving you some warning because we are using this read and write in terms of we are just providing F read and F write function also. And then after this, we are executing the server program like dot slash server because we are already in a compiler. We are just saying the server.c will be treated as a server. And then we are executing the program. Socket will create it successfully and socket will bind manipulation of the client side. Again, client side, we're just compiling the program. We are just changing the desktop by using cd and then slash desktop. Then we are using on the desktop, and then we're compiling the program by gcc. gcc at client.c and hyphen o and a client. And then again the compiler program, there's some warnings we are facing just like f f9. And then after this, we are just executing the program by doing dot slash client. When we are hitting dot slash client, the socket will be created successfully. Now connected to the server. Now enter the messages or enter the assignment in terms of I will one from the server, there's one from the client, this messages. The connection is built and the message is sent to the client side, the server side. We are just moving on the server. We are just messages are showing. There's one from the client, there's one from the client, and then there's one from the server side. They are just sending the messages and doing so. And so on, there will be a work. So this program will be a connection built in, and then end of the connection, we're just typing the messages, and then so we connect client and the server will disconnect the connection and message it. So thank you for this weekend. Thank you.